welcome to part 31 of the Pokemon Red No Starter Run playthrough. And in this part, we're just going to be doing Victory Road. Like I said last part, this is the final, quote unquote, because there's an extra little dungeon, but this is the final one. And it's kind of part of, it's like a tradition in Pokemon games, I think all of the games have a Victory Road. The only one I'm really derping on is if Gen 5 calls it Victory Road. I don't remember if they call it something else, but either way, they all have Victory Roads. Gen 1 and 2, especially Gen 2, are pretty easy. Gen 3 and 4 is when the difficulty starts getting a little bit harder. And by difficulty, I mean it's just like you could get lost and just all the HMs. Because one thing that is kind of bad about Victory Road is it's known to have a lot of the HMs being used here, you know? Like here we have to use strength to move these rocks onto these switches. If you don't do that, then the path you need to go to will be blocked by what looks like a glass panel. I honestly don't know what the fuck it's supposed to be, but you're blocked and you can't go through, so you have to move these rocks. It is possible to screw up if you get yourself in a corner and you can't get the rock out, then you screwed up and you have to leave the room. So just leave the dungeon and come back, and it should it'll be back where it started, and then you have another chance to do it. But yeah, it's not too bad. I think there's only 3 floors, and like I said, the only real challenge here is just all the random encounters. I mean, god damn it, there aren't really any good Pokemon you catch here either, and like I said, by this point in the game, you should already have a team that's, good to go. Like, you don't need to make any changes. So, yeah, I mean, if you want, you could get some repels, max repels, and shit for not random encounters, but, you might want to save up your money, and I guess I'll get to that once we get to the actual Elite Four. But, yeah, right there, those 2 Pokeballs, you can only get 1. If you want to get the other, you're going to have to come back and redo the puzzle, since the rock will go back into place. But I picked that item, and that one was Sky Attack, which is it's a pretty good flying type move. It's a charging move, so the first turn you charge it up, and then the second turn you do it, just kind of like, it's like Solar Beam, except there is no move like Sunny Day that will make it just 1 turn, so that kind of stinks, but whatever. In terms of Pokemon trainers that are here, I think we're introduced to a new class here. I think they're called the Cool Trainer or something like that, or they're badass trainers, I guess you could call them. They just have better Pokemon all together. I mean, we're gonna be seeing new Pokemon-ish kind of here, just higher leveled. So I mean, it's what you'd expect since this is it's Cool Trainer. It's what you expect since this is, the final challenge before you get to the actual challenge. But, in terms of Pokemon we can catch here, because I forgot to do that last part, although I put it in there at the end. Like I said, nothing interesting at all, really. On the first floor we can find Onixes, Machops, Geodudes, Zubats, Golbats, Graveler, Machoke, and Marowak, but it's only 1% for Marowak. I guess okay, second floor. I'll go into what I was talking about after I go through all these floors. More of the same shit, nothing new, different percentages, really. Marowak is 4% instead of 1. And the third floor, you can find Venomoth, didn't know about that, it's 10%. And that's really it. Different percentages, like I said, but that's really it. Nothing interesting. And what I was gonna get into is which is why I don't even bother with these wild Pokemon. Their levels are pretty low too, so it's almost a little harder to level grind on them. And they're all shit. They're all shitty Pokemon. It's like you don't want any of them, they're just no good. You don't want them. And here I was showing the dodgy program of Gen 1 because, Charizard's Fire and Flying. If I use Ice, it should just be normal effective, since Ice is not very effective on Fire, but it's super effective on flying, so it should just be, you know, kind of cancel it out and just be normal. But it's super still, which is kind of weird. I don't know why. It's just weird. See, that's what they look like. They look like freaking like glass. Whatever the hell I said earlier, I don't even fucking remember. But yeah, here's another strength pushing thing. There's a few of these. I think there's about 2 more. I guess the big one, or your main goal in terms of puzzles here, is there's a switch, but there's no rock, and you want to get the rock down to the level. So you have to push it through a hole, so it goes, you know, 1 floor down. If you saw that up there, yeah, that's gonna be some of the extra stuff that I'll be talking about. That's actually one of the legendary Pokemon. They put it in the fucking Victory Road. I'll get more into that when we actually go to catch it, but as for now, yeah, never mind. You actually could, I don't know if I said this, but you could go catch all the legendary birds right now if you wanted to. Like, as soon as you have the requirements to get to where they are, you can go fucking get them. I think they're all level 50 too, so I mean, if you want, you could use them for Elite 4. They're not bad Pokemon, they have good stats, and yeah. They're just a bitch to catch, but we'll get to that after, you know, we beat the Elite 4 and all the extra shit. But, yeah. Shit, Victory Road's kind of almost over-ish. Like I said, Gen 1's not too bad. Gen 2 is a fucking breeze and a half. It's laughable how easy Gen 2's Victory Road is. Gen 3 is annoying as all hell. And I guess, whatever, I'll talk about it when I do Gen 3. Like, fucking 5 years from now. And Gen 4's is also annoying for the same reason. Gen 5's is pretty chill. There's just, it's kind of massive, so there is a lot of, oh my god, fucking random encounters. And I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the encounter rate for Gen 5 is super duper higher. Like, I just find myself running into wild encounters 10 times more often than I do any other game. It's weird. I don't know if it's just me, but that's how I felt. And Gen 6's isn't too bad either. On my list that I had to talk about stuff when I ran out of stuff to talk about, it was my opinion on Gen 6. And I mean, I don't really want to go too in depth with it because I would like to give my opinion on it when I actually do a playthrough of it. But as for, I guess, a little quick thing and just to talk about something, it was pretty good. I thought it would, when I remember seeing the trailers and thinking, holy shit, this is going to be the best gen ever. Of course it wasn't. But I guess the best way I can summarize it was a way another PokeTuber summarized it. Tamashi, if you heard of her, she's pretty big. She said Gen 6 feels more like a sequel to Gen 4, and I completely agree. Like, it's just like all the stuff that was in Gen 5 that made it feel different and diverse is just kind of missing, you know? And especially with the story, too, like, it's just, oh, shitty team that doesn't fucking, I don't know what the fuck their goal is, even more silly than fucking Team Rockets, and yeah, I don't know. Not only that, the rival characters were a super step down from Gen 5's. Like, at first, yeah, Cheren and Bianca I wasn't too fond of. I mean, Cheren was just like, oh, I gotta get strong. It's like, whatever, dude, I keep on kicking your ass. And then Bianca, I found her a little annoying at first, but then it kind of came off as comedical after a while, if you ask me. And then Hugh was pretty cool. I mean, he wasn't really trying to get in your way or compete with you. He just had his own reasons for doing what he did. But, the rivals in Gen 6 suck. I mean, Serena's okay. She just wants to be good, and she's always trying to upstage you a little bit, but, she's kind of more subtle about it than other rivals, but yeah. And then fucking, I don't even remember their names. I know there was a Trevor, because I have a friend Trevor. He was obsessed with Pokedex, whatever. The fucking Torino or whatever the hell, he was annoying as shit. I couldn't stand that guy. And then, I think her name's Shauna. It sounds like super, like, black. But She was, yeah, she was annoying too. She was like, holy shit, Pokemon go inside the Pokeball? No way! Oh my god. I was like, you gotta be shitting me, these characters suck. But yeah, I'll go more in depth about my feelings towards Gen 6 when we actually do Gen 6 10 years from now. Ugh. I mean, fuck, I'll have to get a fucking capture card if I want to do that shit. I guess just talk about that too. Have you seen those fucking prices on those capture cards? I know I feel like a fucking, like, old man ranting about prices, but, like, holy shit. Like, I went on some sites because I was like, yeah, I mean, I want one eventually, but my god. They're so fucking expensive. Like $300-400 just to fucking, well, like if you want like a 3DS with it or something. No, I think those might be if you want to like if like they'll buy you a 3DS and then mod it for you. Like that might be like $500 or six, but it's like my god, just a fucking capture 3DS gameplay. My I would really have to be like, YouTube would have to at least be some sort of income for me to do that because. My god. I mean, yeah, sure, I've dumped a fair share of money into this, even though it's not getting me anything yet, but whatever. It's still nice to have. Like, I just recently bought a new PVR. I bought the PVR Rocket because I was using the just regular HD PVR, the first one that Pog made. And I fucking hate Arc Media or ArcSoft or whatever the hell, Total Media Extreme. I hate it. It sucks. It doesn't work for me. It's just a pain in the ass to install because, you know, with my new computer and shit. And I was like, fuck this shit. I'm just gonna get a new fucking PVR and sell this one because fuck, I hate it. Not only that, I'd like to record in HDMI. That's pretty cool. Because I bought a new Xbox recently and it's the newest model. And it only outputs in HDMI, so if I ever want to record 360, I have to record via HDMI, which kind of sucks, but whatever. There's Moltres, that's how you get to it. We'll be going there later. It's super easy. It's probably like the easiest to find, really, because it's like right fucking there. But yeah, I guess that's my little spiel. So yeah, Red is pretty much almost over. We have this. Elite Four, extra stuff, and we're done. I usually talk about games that I'm going to do at like the credits or at the end. So I guess I'll save it for next part, because next part we'll be going through the credits. And I'll say what game I'll do in replacement of this. But, yeah, I did have some big plans for summer I wanted to do. I wanted to collab with my brother and do a Let's Play with him. But since it's already July, and I mean, school starts next month already. Fuck. I just feel like we wouldn't be able to finish it during the summer, so I think I might want to save it for next summer instead, just because I think it's a little too late. Yeah. I am enjoying my new computer though. For anyone who gives a shit, my old computer wasn't too great. I remember buying it. I bought it for Christmas of 2013 or 12, and you know it was advertised as a gaming computer, but I couldn't game for shit. I mean, I could do some stuff, but not much. And yeah, it's like I said, it's definitely. Well, I don't know if I said this last part. It's definitely a hardware issue. I know that for sure, because me and my friend re-imaged the thing, reinstalled Windows like 5 times, and it wouldn't happen. It wouldn't work. So, and at first I was thinking maybe it was like my shit, because I mean I use a cracked version of Vegas. You know, I'm not gonna pay fucking $700 for Vegas. And I was thinking maybe that's doing it. Maybe that's giving me viruses and shit, and it's fucking it. But no, I did it on this laptop, and nothing happened. So it's definitely a hardware issue. I just don't know what part. You know, I mean, because we were thinking it's a hard drive, so I mean, a hard drive is not too bad to fix. You know, just $100 to get a new hard drive. But if it was something like, I don't know, the processor, that would be bad. The motherboard would be a pain in the dick. I don't know how expensive RAM is, but the way he made it sound, that would be also a pain. So I figured, you know what, whatever. It's whatever. I don't care. And I just went out and bought a new laptop. I am pleased with it. I like it. I do think the speed of the hard drive was a little on the slow side. Because I asked the guy at Best Buy, because yeah, I bought it at Best Buy, if it was 7,200 RPM on the hard drive instead of 54. And he was saying, yeah, I mean it should be, but he didn't give me a solid answer. But I was like, whatever. But I do think it's a 5400 instead of a 72. Which kind of stinks, but I mean, I could always replace it. My friend was even saying I could replace it with the solid state if I wanted to, but those are so fucking expensive, and they're not, big on the storage. It's just big on the speed. But anyway, I've just been bullshitting about shit. Here's where you actually need to go. Push that rock down and you're set. Once you push this rock down all the way over to the left, that little glass thingy barrier, like I said, will get out of the way and you're pretty much out. You go up those stairs, you have like a little room that you go through, and that's it. So yeah, Victory Road's not too bad. I remember always as a kid like dreading Victory Road and like, oh my god, Victory Road is so hard, oh what do I do, help me. Oh, I remember always having my neighbors help me. Because when I played this game I was like, what? I want to say 6, 5. Let's see, my brother was born when I was 6. So yeah, I'm thinking I was at least 6 or 7. And I was a stupid kid, I didn't know what the fuck. But yeah, oh, and that guy mentioned Blue, something about Blue. So Blue's been through here, and yeah, Blue's probably already challenging Elite 4 at this point. But yeah, that's it. That's Victory Road. We're out. And we just have to go through it's weird. It's like a little maze. Like, for some weird reason, all these statues are just randomly placed. I never understood that. Like, they just feel so, like... like, someone just went in debug mode and just, like, randomly placed those, like, fucking everywhere. I don't know. It's weird. So, yeah, that guy just pretty much explained how the Elite Four works. It's a gauntlet. Once you start, you don't stop. No Pokemon Center breaks, no nothing. Which is why I was getting into Save Your Money, because stop right here, this place is the biggest Pokemon Center ever. You could trade, PC, heal, and there's also the Pokemart here, so all in one. But what you're going to want to do is stock up on pretty much everything. Stock up on revives and hyper potions. Max potions don't waste your time with, because your Pokemon should... Because hyper potion heals, I think, 200 HP. I don't think much Pokemon have over 200 HP until they get to like the levels like 70s and 80s, which your Pokemon really shouldn't be at this point unless you overtrain them to like the fucking max or use cheat codes. So I wouldn't bother with hyper potions, or max potions. I meant get hyper potions. Although I don't even think I see them there. That's just for later gens. That's what I do. But those are very important. Get a few full restores, not too much, just a few. It's nice to have, just because it'll heal a status ailment while also giving you full health, which is like, it's nice to have in a pinch. Get a lot of full heals because you can get paralyzed or poisoned, and you don't want that shit. And get a lot of revives. Like revives and hyper potions are probably the most important. So I generally dump all the money I have right there and then. Just to be on the safe side, although, as you'll see next part, I was way too overtrained for this because, yeah, I don't even need to use anything, but, yeah, that's generally what I do. So next part, we'll be taking on the Elite Four, and that'll be that. We'll get the credits rolling, and yeah, and then after that, will be all the bonus shit, so, I'll see you guys then. Take care.